as of to date, this is still 12/31/2025, and I'm very happy with my last court date because of the choices that I made that a lot of people wouldn't make. See, I went the rocky road. I'm going the difficult way. I'm not, see, basically, I'm not, the easy way is to cower down and do as they say. See, the difficult is to pierce through the way that they're handling a non-existential person. Basically, you have to make yourself known there and then be heard. That's what the court system is. And just letting you know, I'll try to make this longer and I might switch the subject matter because I don't want to talk about it much, but no, I'm seeing the trajectory now, and also I'm letting you know that no, we're not going to like win anything like the world or change it, but maybe we can. Maybe we can make a big difference though. See, but this is the only way to do it though. And see, getting back to getting your foot in the door and then being able to tell your story, but by that time, see, you need support, right? You need to get those right attorneys, right? It's the money game, but I say not really. No, not really. No, there are attorneys that work on contingency when they see something going on there, and so. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to need real live representation. Besides for any attorney, because they just don't know your story. They know what they can do with some things. See, private investigators need to happen. It's just me here, but we have time. You see, I have time. And pardon me the way that I look, I'm completely burned out. See, the thing is like, am I supposed to do this? Is this the thing I'm supposed to do? I don't know. The main thing I'm supposed to do is start communicating what I'm doing and what I'm going through to my localized community. If you're living in Idlewild and you had a concern, you have an overall concern about keeping sanctuary. A lot of people are experiencing holy like terror because they're experiencing people that don't really make it up to the mountains to experience and take care of the resources that are available there in those mountains in that area. And so because I'm pretty sure that I can gather up a bunch of people in each neighborhood, something has happened, especially with that asphalt thing. And that was constructed by a company that you bet they have a lot of money, but if you really trace it, you'll see, babes, that is fucking weaponry, and you have to stand up against it and get your money back. It was done by, anyway, it was curious. I could see. Now, if you're in Idlewild and you have just an overall concern, there's all kinds of concerns environmentally. You can see that a lot of change has happened just in the last 5 years, but boy, 3 years. Just in the 2 years, babes, we've never had an all night long barking dog. See, the reason why I'm saying this, babes, is because the fact is, see, you need to go like this and see where you are. You're in a small community. When it gets really quiet, you can almost hear the people farting over there. I do not know why, and I don't want to live anymore like that. We have to put up with people living obliviously who don't know how to say, we can do anything we want on our property, not without somebody hearing it, not without somebody smelling it, not without somebody seeing it, not without somebody saying, hi, how are you today? God, I love what you did there. Thank you for planting rose bushes, thickets, instead of putting this awful fence up, because we know that coyotes don't even go through the rose bush thicket. And thank you for keeping the ladybug chimneys there that help the farmlands across Southern California. This place, not that you have to on your own property, but boy, it's a sacred fucking. You couldn't live here if under my rule. After I get done with the judge, you're not going to be able to live here without agreeing that you take care of what the resources that are here. You do not kill a fucking ladybug just because you want a goddamn lawn. And you don't water lawns anymore. Nobody should be allowed to water a lawn. You water a garden, and in fucking 6 months, you're gonna you're gonna know, you have enough brain cells in there. You're gonna remember me. Yeah, you're gonna say, fuck, we should have actually grown a lot of corn I remember she told me that right when I first moved in here, like a dumb fuck colonist. Doing the fucking charade game for your ancestry that is on the side of the ancestry that is. So let me get this straight. You guys are used to you're literally paid to end up in the rural areas, open up you set your fort up, and you start bombing the Indians there, which is just people like me who say we love a tree. You despise people like us because we get off and we fucking like the most simplest thing, like growing a zucchini the size of a damned watermelon and saying, here, and we love hitting each other over the head with zucchinis, our neighbors. That's who we are. Zucchinis, babes, you can eat that. That's something that you need. You can use that. Nobody can use a blindfold or a fucking earmuff or any kind of crutch, not up here in the mountains, because first of all, the mountains are making you stronger, aren't they? Somehow, some way. Do you get it? Or do you think you're stealing my life? You'll never steal the shaman's life. You don't even know the secret life they live. It's not even visible. That's why you're frightened, huh? That's why you do set up fences. And see, that's the thing is that you're just extremely insecure. You're afraid of something you don't know. You're just extremely ignorant. I mean, that right there, is evil in my book. Ignorance is evil. If you look at the word ignorance, there's a word ignore in it. Yep, that's the word, ignore. And then ants. It's not the ants that crawl on the ground. We're talking about a suffix that is ance. You can see it in a lot of places. There's clear ants, right? Come on, help me here. Maintenance, maybe. So find out what ants means. ance. See, I can only do it from the standpoint of my knowing that its symbol isn't there. The A is atomic. That's very important. That's the very first of the first. I am. The IA versus I and an A. But really, no, it's an A, your atomic assembly, attic. It has a lot to do with the plasmatic field and interaction with, in fact, our third eye. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the atomic, it's very illusory. It's not what you think. It's like, well, I talk about outer space, but get ready for the contradiction. It's not really out there. You're inside of a spacesuit that basically vibrationally your programming it's from pure memory, and it's constructed through the memory of the human, the organism. I'll say just now it's the organism. It's an organism, extraterrestrial, that is creating a layer on the earth. Modern day, it's really out of control because it's actually hijacked. We'll get back to that subject matter where it's like, oh no, we could do a lot better than this. Hello, neighbors over there. We could do a lot better than you fucking people. You guys aren't really in control of your life. I can tell. You're holding ground for the enemy. That, first of all, it doesn't require you to question or even feel anything. Like there's hardly any meaning to what you're doing anymore. Like after a while, did you notice like how that everything has changed? Like if you it's right, you just can see it. And did you notice though, but how everything kind of got flimsy? And did you notice it's like, but whose idea was that? See, it was never your idea, none of it. Do you have any of your ideas? Do you operate? Can you feel fulfilled at any time with this shit? Is it just a fleeting moment where you like fulfilled, and is it really your fulfillment, or did some other asshole construct the ideal that says now you're fulfilled when you do this, this, and this, and this, right? The cradle to the grave, and when you're a waitress like me, walking through the gourmet restaurant with chandeliers and we're wearing our slave outfits, going from table to table, servicing your water cups. The conversation from one table to the next is nothing impressive as far as you're all saying the same things. From cradle to the grave, it's just you're working the programming, and there's anything. I mean, you would expect that at a fucking. I've already made this video. You remember me? I made this video like 7 years ago, and I'll put it on there. It's pretty funny. I'll try to call it up. So you would think that at a restaurant with chandelier and slavery service with people wearing neckties and toot and froing with the fucking teacup would be talking. You would think that there would be fucking Benjamin Franklin and Tesla talking, and yes, the inventions of which we are doing over there. We are doing generating a lot of electricity out of the localized trash because there is a lot coming in and out, and it does cost an exuberant amount of money for the reptilian. We would rather just be more efficient and work together and set an example because there is a perfect opportunity here, and there's a lot of resources coming up in and out of Idlewild. It includes the amazing people called shamans that tend to live simple, but then they looked around and went, "Are you kidding me? Time's out. Hello, fucking Matrix goddamn robots, wake up! And you look terrible, by the way. What the fuck have you been eating? Fast? Anybody go on a hike? Really? Do you ever go on a hike and clear the trails for anybody? What's going on there? Oh